All right, let's get into it. Today we're doing a complete breakdown of a van that could seriously be a game changer for businesses, the all-new 2026 Ford E-Transit. We are going to cover every single spec, trim, and feature you need to know about. So Ford's legendary work van is getting a massive tech overhaul for 2026. If you're a business owner, a fleet manager, or just curious, you're going to want to stick around. We'll break down all the crucial details to help you figure out if this electric workhorse is the right move for you.
You know, for 2026, this isn't just some minor facelift. The E-Transit is taking a huge step forward. Ford has really zeroed in on the tech, the capability, and just the day-to-day practicality of this thing.
Okay, let's get right to the numbers that everyone wants to know. The standard package is going to have a contract price of $53,095. And if you're planning way ahead, you can circle your calendars. Production is set to kick off in September of 2025.
First things first, before we even get into horsepower or battery life, you've got to pick the right tool for the job. And with a commercial van, that means starting with the physical shape and size that actually works for your business.
So in the world of work vans, trim levels are a little different. It's really all about the body style. You've got three main choices here. There's the classic cargo van, the one you see everywhere, and it comes with different roof heights and lengths. Then you have the cutaway and the chassis cab models. Think of these as blank canvases, just waiting for you to add a custom box, a flatbed, or whatever specialized gear your business needs.
All right, so you've picked out the perfect shape for your van. Now for the big question, can it do the work? Can it haul your stuff, and can it go the distance? These are the specs that can make or break a deal. The E-Transit packs a pretty good punch. It comes standard with an all-electric powertrain that sends 266 horsepower straight to the rear wheels. That's more than enough power for city driving and hauling gear, and you get that instant, zippy torque that only an EV can give you.
Now for the electric elephant in the room, the battery. You're looking at a range of up to 159 miles, which is really ideal for businesses with predictable daily routes. At the end of the shift, you just plug it into a 240-volt charger, and it's full in about 6 hours. But the real kicker is the DC fast charging. In just 15 minutes, literally a coffee break, you can juice it up with a whole lot of extra range to finish out the day.
Okay, before we can talk about how much stuff you can cram in the back, we have to understand this term, gross vehicle weight, or GVW. It's pretty simple. It's the absolute maximum legal weight your van can be. That includes the van itself, your cargo, you, your lunch, everything. It's the number that dictates your payload. And this is a huge deal. Because of some regulations that were made to help out with heavy EV batteries, vans like the E-Transit can legally operate at a higher GVW, all the way up to 4.25 tons, and you can still drive it on a standard license. That's a massive advantage over diesel vans. So what does that GVW advantage actually mean for you? Well, look at this table. It means you can carry more weight, a lot more. While the base 350 model is solid, once you step up to the 390 or the Top Dog 425 series, your payload capacity just skyrockets, all the way up to a massive 1,758 kilograms. That extra capacity is a major selling point.
Okay, let's hop inside the cab now, because for 2026, this is where one of the biggest upgrades is. Ford is really turning the E-Transit from just a van into a fully connected modern mobile office.
The key takeaway here is just how much tech is now standard. The old, kind of clunky Sync 3 system, gone. For 2026, every single E-Transit gets a beautiful, huge 12-inch touchscreen running the much faster Sync 4 system. And to power it all, there's a standard 5G modem built right in. It's a total transformation.
So what does that 5G connection actually do for you? Well, it means your van gets smarter over time with over-the-air software updates, so fewer trips to the dealer. If you're managing a fleet, the Ford telematics tools are amazing for tracking your vehicles. And for the driver, it means things like standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and nav that knows about traffic jams in real time.
This quote really just nails it. It's not about tech for the sake of tech. It's about using that connectivity to make the whole operation more efficient, whether you've got one van or 100 of them.
This new tech is fantastic, right? But it kind of begs the question, what else do you get right out of the box? Let's take a look at what comes standard.
So it turns out Ford has packed a ton of value into the base E-Transit, really focusing on two things that matter every day on the road, safety and just making the driver's life a little easier.
This is a huge win for 2026. The Ford Copilot 360 Safety Suite is now standard on every model.
That means you get things like pre-collision assist with emergency braking, a lane-keeping system, and even side-wind stabilization, which, trust me, you'll be thankful for in a big van on a windy day. This stuff is crucial for keeping your drivers and your van safe.
And Ford definitely didn't forget about the person who's going to be sitting in this seat for 8 hours a day. You get standard heated seats for both the driver and the passenger, automatic climate control, push-button start. I mean, even little things like cruise control and a tough final floor covering just make the daily grind that much better.
And finally, let's talk peace of mind. The basic warranty is pretty solid, but the real star of the show here is that last line. A full 8 years, or 100,000 miles of coverage on the electric components and the battery. For any business that's still a little hesitant about going electric, that is a very, very reassuring number.
So there you have it. You've got a massive tech upgrade that's now standard, a whole range of body styles to fit any job, and that really clever payload advantage that lets you haul more than you'd think. So the big question is, with all these pieces falling into place, is the electric van finally ready to take over the job site for good? Definitely something to think about.